This and other rallies around the province are showing that after 9 long months of fighting, the paramedics fight is far from over. It is just entering another phase. Today, you're going to hear from CUPE leaders and other leaders from around British Columbia and Canadian Labour Congress and the Labour movement repeat that message to government. So our first speaker today is one of those members who knows about the risk of injury and the importance of work that paramedics do. When you work in a mine or a smelter or a log sort or a sawmill in British Columbia, you want to know that when there is a workplace injury, emergency medical situation, that you want to make sure that there is help not far away. You also want to know it is not a long time coming in that golden hour of emergency treatment that can mean the difference between life and death. And perhaps no one knows that reality better than Brother Steve Hunt, a long-time health and safety activist and the director of District 3 of the United Steelworkers, representing workers in all of those sectors throughout Western Canada. Please help me welcome Brother Steve Hunt.
Thank you, Angie, for the introduction. I'm from the Steelworkers. And as a steelworker, we represent workers, as you know, in all industries, primarily heavy industries, forest industry, mining, manufacturing, office workers. You know it, we got it. In every community in this province, we represent workers, just like CUPE, just like many other unions. And in every in every community in this province, we rely on paramedics. You know, paramedics are the type of people that we like to see around, but we don't ever want to use. Just like politicians. So imagine if we went to the Liberal government and we said, we're going to pay you like you do the paramedics. And we'd see Kevin Falcon's reaction to that. It'd be, I'm sure he'd be happier than hell with that. But listen, we do value the service of the paramedics. We work closely with the paramedics. Angie talked about tragedies in real life. You know, we experience that as steelworkers too often, and we rely on paramedics to come in and help. We worked together with paramedics a few years back when 2 paramedics lost their lives at Kimberley at the old Sullivan lead zinc mine, where 2 paramedics died trying to recover the bodies of two people working in the mine. So we understand intimately what they do and what they work for. You know, as a steelworker, we bargain all the time, and we intermesh with this government, or try to, or at least try to talk to them, at least try to catch their attention. And I can tell you, in the forest industry, we tried to convince the government 5 years ago to connect the dots. That if you didn't do something in the forest industry, there was going to be a collapse of this province. And we predicted it. It's come true. I think they're saying now a $4 billion deficit due to revenues that have fallen from the forest industry. Now, we're not real smart, but we told them that. If you don't have forest workers working, then somebody's got to pay the freight. And unfortunately, in my opinion, the paramedics have taken the brunt of this. They were the lead. They were the vanguard. This was the union that went first. A small union, you know, associated with a very big union, but a small union leading the charge for better working conditions for their members. And the important thing here is a better system for the citizens of British Columbia. We called it Connect the Dots, and some people understood it. This government doesn't connect the dots. They don't care. And I think they said the reason for legislating the paramedics back to work, which to me is offensive. As a negotiator, we have a right to bargain, albeit the paramedics had a perverted right under essential services where effectively nobody was allowed to strike. And in this government's infinite wisdom, they thought they'd end the strike, legislate the workers back to work because of, not the Olympics, they said, it was H1N1. This is a fight for the labor movement. This is an important fight for all of us. Being a trade unionist and being an activist on our side of the equation isn't a spectator sport. We can't allow the paramedics to take this fight on by themselves. We have to get angry. We have to get angry. We have to take on action. I don't know what that is. You can all figure it out. Write letters to the editor. Stand with paramedics. Talk to your neighbors. Talk to your friends. Talk to your families. Tell them the value the paramedics give to this province. Tell them the value that collective bargaining gives to workers in this province. And tell them that what the Liberal government did is wrong. And let's turn this thing around. Don't leave here with your rally flags and go home and say it's over and I participated in that rally. Get active, get angry, get even. Solidarity works. Thank you.